Welcome back to Blacks in Motion. And like I said before the break, we're going to give you a small recap into the NBA draft that just happened this past June. It was a lot of great talent in the draft, but I do want to stay concentrated on the top 3 guys that went in the draft because those were the best players. So with the number 1 overall draft choice, the Cleveland Cavaliers selected Andrew Wiggins. No big surprise, even though they thought that it could be Jabari Parker at the number 1 spot. So look for Andrew Wiggins to go up in there to Cleveland and go ahead and become the phenom that people claim that he is. And at the number 2 spot, you got Jabari Parker going to the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, he might be stepping into a small little soap opera up there with the whole Jason Kidd coaching change. But look, this guy's solid, best all-around player in the draft, and he should be a staple there in Milwaukee. Hopefully, they can start building something to make that team more attractive to other free agents and make them a winning franchise. And finally, at number 3, Joel Embiid from the University of Kansas got selected by the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, this guy was the hands-down number 1 overall draft choice that everybody predicted. But right before the draft, he had surgery on his foot. Now, that's a good and a bad thing. Go ahead and get the surgery taken care of so that way whatever team selected you, you can get on the road to recovery so that you can start producing for that team. Bad thing is he's a big man. He's 7 foot. And with that type of foot injury, we have not seen a great history of guys come back from that type of injury. Those foot injuries for those big guys pose a great danger to their future. But if you ask me, I think it's just a small bump in the road. They're going to go ahead and get that taken care of. He's going to come back healthy, and that guy's going to have a ton of potential because he's so athletic at 7 foot. I think he's probably going to be the guy that could be most successful possibly on an individual level just because he's a big man. Now, something else that happened in the draft, if you ask me, was one of the classiest moves that I've ever seen by any association ever. You know, Baylor big man coming out center, Isaiah Austin. Look, he's 7'1". He wasn't highly touted, but he probably was going to be a first-round draft choice. Look, he had already lost an eye. He had one eye. He played all his college basketball with one eye, and he was going to prevail and be an NBA superstar. But guess what? He got diagnosed with Marfan's disease, which attacks the connective tissue in your body, basically ending his NBA career before it even got started. Now, as a show of respect and class by the NBA, they had a ceremonial selection of Isaiah Austin, the way he was able to still put on a draft day ball cap, walk up to the stage, and shake Commissioner Adam Silver's hand. Look, it was one of the best things. It was heart-wrenching, but it was one of the best things that I had seen pretty much ever consisted of or related to any draft that I've seen by any association. That guy's going to go ahead and have a future with the NBA, and he also had a little insurance policy through college, which put a little bit of money in his pocket so all of his dreams and hopes and success won't be dashed. But hey, we want to take our hats off to the NBA and take our hats off to Isaiah Austin for going ahead and standing there and being strong and looking forward to his future. Now, hey, maybe you think that Jabari Parker should have went number 1. Maybe you think that it was a good move for the Bucks to hire Jason Kidd. Either way, whether you agree with me or not, let me know. Hit me up at my email, cliff@blackvideonews.com. And as always, love us and stay logged on right here to Blacks in Motion.